pro, because in my head, see, I hire people from Africa, right?
Right.
Shout out Blessing.
Yeah.
And I just see like the work ethic of people that are like not from America, and they often work harder than the people that are from America. So in my head, it's like, wouldn't it help us economically if we had more, like if they had a certain like mindset in order?
For the victory lap though. Whoa, whoa. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I stress overcome, what for? Train in the trees, please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands and stormy shore seasons in the year, yeah. Ain't no challenge for champions and chain no fear. Yup, the champ is here, switch gears. We're keeping haters in the rear.
What up, y'all? Common Sense back for another reaction video. You already know it's your boy Enemy Swag Fitness, Sharpie90 Big Guy Fashion on Instagram.
Y'all, to see Julius work out, check me out on YouTube, Instagram, and don't forget to like and comment on this video.
Go ahead on, tell people about what we about to do today, bro.
All right, guys, we got some more clips from Miss Pearly Things. We got 2 more clips from her interview with Nick Fuentes. If you haven't heard, it's pretty controversial. She said shit that I would not say, especially considering most of her employees are black.
Yeah.
But hey, people get comfortable, start saying stupid shit. Well, we're not saying stupid shit. They just start voicing their actual opinions.
No, it was stupid shit. She shouldn't have said it. It was what it was. No, so, you know. But yeah, let's go and get straight into it.
Of her supporters.
No. And that's not a conservative position, especially not 50 million people in 10 years.
Right.
Because America's got 300 million. So, you know, what is that? 1/6 of the population in 10 years.
And so why is that?
Why does he support that?
No, why are you against him pro? Because in my head, see, I hire people from Africa, right?
Right.
Shout out Blessing.
Yeah.
And I just see like the work ethic of people that are like not from America, and they often work harder than the people that are from America. So in my head, it's like, wouldn't it help us economically if we had more, like if they had a certain like mindset in order?
Well, I told you were gonna get your feelings and your souls broken. There's no way you.
So I'll go ahead and go first. So this clip I didn't really have a problem with.
Nah, not crazy.
Issue I do have with it is like it's the optics of it, right?
Yeah.
If most of your employees, the people you interview are black, people are gonna assume what you're saying is that, which I agree with, is that black immigrants, so like current Africans going to Europe or America, are working harder than black people that, you know, have been in America for a couple hundred years or whatever, right? But my issue with that is like that statement's true, but that's not just it's not just relevant to black Americans. That's like most Americans. They're not all of them.
Yeah, it's very true.
I'm pretty sure you can find statistics that will say that Nigerians are doing the best socially, economically in the United States out of any group. Asians, white people. I'm talking like all like Southeast Asian, East Asian, like all of them. So
it's true.
I get what she's saying, but you just you got to read the room, man. You're a white woman. You can't be you can say it, but you got to be very like.
Nah, you can't say it.
You got to be broad. You can't just be. You also need to acknowledge like your surroundings, right? Because like the her producer, like the guy she's looking at in the camera is black. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Granted, he's an immigrant to the United Kingdom, but like. You just gotta be careful how you handle shit like that. I mean, what you think about it?
I mean, I'm gonna just be real with you. We all know that there's a lot of truth to what you just said. The point is that your ass shouldn't have said it though. And who says something is equally as important as what is said. And people don't want to do. That's the shit to get on my nerve. That's like me saying like, okay, I think like a lot of women like, you know, like they need to just stop sleeping around You know what I mean? And stop getting pregnant by all these dudes and shit like that or whatever. Bro, I would be on. Matter of fact, if I clipped this alone and just put it as a short, like, bro, I would be canceled by tomorrow.
We go viral though.
We would go viral though. So what the hell makes your ass, right? Your white ass, right? Like in white, like you white, like the whitest people are like blonde hair, blue eyes, and then red hair. Okay, you can't go nowhere. All right, nobody ever guessing that you're right. What makes you think that you have the right to say that? And what, I'm like, and you like what, like 6, 27, something like that? Like, who the fuck are you to comment on these things? Like, it shouldn't have been said. And that's the problem. People just want to just talk, and you need to start asking yourself, why? Like, should I even be opening up my mouth? Am I even a founding authority on this shit? Like, the fuck is wrong with you, girl? Like, for real? Because I'm be real with you. If it was me, if this is me, and she said that shit too, I'd be like, I promise you, you would have seen me with the headphones and everything. Let me holler at you. What? I said, let me holler at you. Let me holler at you. And you would just heard off camera your for I'm like, I ain't never hit a woman in my life before, but I'm really about to fuck you up right now for saying some stupid shit like that on camera, yo. Fuck is wrong with you? Shit is rude as hell. Fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, in your pasty face, like you like I'm say you probably lazy just like the rest of people in UK or America too. Fuck is wrong with you? Don't try to just isolate this like this is a black fucking issue or some shit like that. Immigrants in general who come from their world countries, of course they're gonna work harder because they're trying to survive. They're gonna do anything that they can. Like, nigga, we here, we comfortable, we got recliners and Netflix and shit.
Exactly. I always say that, like, they're trying to do better. And another thing too, I think that gets lost in this is if you got your last few dollars, gone through the immigration papers, learning, like, why would you send your trash people to America? Wouldn't you send your best? So it's not even a fair comparison. You know what I'm saying? It's not comparing somebody like me to somebody coming from, like, you're comparing like a Nigerian doctor coming to the United States against just the average American. Like, it's just not a fair comparison
at all.
Because usually, I mean, if you look at your like immigrant groups that's like, if you break them up, they're going to be small compared to like a large group of Americans. So it's just like I get what she's saying, but it's just like, you gotta, like, when you go and touch subjects like that, you gotta be really careful. And like, and that's part of my issue too, is like,
a lot of people don't know this, but if you have the YouTube app,
I'm listening. Sorry, go ahead.
And like, I get it. It's kind of like, because this was like a live stream, and I don't know if she was completely controlling the conversation, because she seemed, the way she responded to me, it seemed like she got caught off guard. Because I don't know, like, I just would have came better prepared, but maybe Nick was kind of controlling the conversation a bit more, because I don't know. That's just, to me, one of the things I know about live streams is like, I really wouldn't fuck with no live stream like that. Like, I want to talk shit out, make sure we ain't about to say something that's just gonna offend somebody that isn't even like it wasn't really value added. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree. Yeah, I agree. But let's look at the next part, because that was already pretty bad. You saw I had to go ahead and finish that drink real quick. Why the fuck does this keep happening?
Well, it's muted now.
Oh, not that. All right, let me know if you can hear.
I was like, "Stem, no!" They all said I was crazy. Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? Austin.
Well, but hey, you're very industrious.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that would like to be a YouTuber because they'd like people to care about their opinions and like what they ate for lunch and, things about my life that just make sense or whatever. Mm-hmm. But how many people could make a company and deal with the things you deal with, like recruiting and, because I mean, not on the same scale as you, but I do things and it's tough. It's a business. Mm-hmm. It's fun not in front of the camera, but behind the scenes, it's a business. Mm-hmm. And that is a German attribute, to be industrious. I'm Italian. The only times I'm on time for things is when I like get the time wrong, when I think I'm supposed to be there way earlier than I'm actually supposed to be there. Because I thought I was supposed to be here at 3.
Oh, really?
That's why I texted you. I texted you, I'm on my way, because I thought I was already 10 minutes late when I was leaving.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Blessing was more late African.
Well, he's black.
Yeah.
Where are all the folks who said I was a hater?
You can pause.
Where are all the folks who were sitting up here saying, well, Jason, you reach and you stretch?
I mean,
I'm gonna start this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look, girl, you got me fucked up. This is what I mean to you, for real. This is that shit that I be talking about. The motherfuckers get too damn comfortable. Too damn comfortable. I don't know what her lineage or whatever too, but I'm like, I know you don't think for one fucking second you finna say that. Here's the thing. And I'm gonna break it down for you. If you black, you got a white homegirl, homeboy, whatever. For example, when they say the N-word and they round you and it's just you and you don't care, cool, whatever. For real. And I really don't feel no type of way about it. But you gonna be around a bunch of, a different group of people, and you say that shit, you need to be prepared to get your ass beat. Because I know you don't think you finna say that shit like we familiar, like we cool. I don't fucking know you. Vice versa. The fact that you can make that type of joke, like in a public setting, you don't. And I'm sorry, and I'm gonna say, I would be more okay with a white man. You know what I mean? Just saying that singly than like a white. That's too much, sweetie. That's way too much here for her. And I don't know if she was drinking on something, she was sipping on something, she was smoking on something. I don't really know who the fuck. And if it really is a nigga holding that camera, bro, I'm equally as mad at you right now. I'm equally as mad as you. And she's in the UK right now, right?
Yeah.
That's the only reason why she ain't got her ass beat right now. And I don't know how UK motherfuckers do. I'm like, let me catch your ass on the street. And I find you some shit like that too, bro. Like, nah, ain't no way in the world. That shit is not. There's a lot of stuff I really don't care about, and I got a really good sense of humor. But I'm like, why the fuck would you say that in a public setting?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like that, like Nick, what Nick was saying, like every different group says that, but you only say it around your people. Like I'm not gonna go walking around and telling Mexicans that they're slow.
No,
I'm not gonna. That's just rude. Like, stay in your lane, stay in your community. You say that shit in your community. You know what I'm saying?
It's
and then
cultural.
The fact that she went out of her way to include Blessing, or
that's why I'm upset.
MTR called him, or I think MTR calls him like the top producer. They say he's like the shit. And that's the other thing is that like you ask that camp, like he's amazing at what he does. So it's just like, that goes back to your point about being too comfortable. I'm like, and this is this thing that really bothers me, right? And I want to get your perspective on this. I feel like and this is really, I think, more of a black man issue, but I just wish we start pulling our resources together to do shit. So let me get an example, right? And again, if this goes viral, I would love to talk to the people, but I'm about to say it may be off basis, but I'm gonna just work with me on this, right? So like on their show, they got King Riches, who I fuck with, been watching his videos for a while. This other dude, I think his name is Garvey. I'm probably fucking his name up, but I think he's legit too. A lot of the people in production are black. Like, seeing her insert and come into like the black manosphere and then curate and then get all this other black talent together, it don't sit right with me. It's like, it's almost, to my opinion, it's like, again, I don't know the whole situation, but like I would have rather seen those men in the UK work together and build the platform that she got. Because that's the shit that just happened would have never happened.
It wouldn't have happened.
And to some extent, like I'm not really calling them out because I don't know the details, but like you get comfortable because you have this like relationship where you like, to some extent, or like your livelihood is dependent on her.
Yeah.
So like her saying that, to your point, is being comfortable because you look at her like it's a boss and employee relationship to some extent.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's kind of sickening because like, again, if she was on the side of the road and there was some dudes just hanging out, she would have never
said that shit, yo.
But they've all gotten too comfortable.
She would have never said that shit, which goes to fucking tell you that your ass shouldn't. That's what I'm talking, and I stand by this statement, bro. Because I ain't gonna, especially being in the military, man. I ain't gonna front. We used to say fucked up shit to each other. We used to make. I remember this movie, End of Watch, right? Movie. You ever seen it? with
Nah,
like
I've heard it, though.
Jake Gyllenhaal. It was a scene where they were in a car, right? And they were driving, and they were like making fun of each other. Like he was just like he was like, yeah, do you guys even like talk to each other or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? He was just like, excuse fuck out of me. He's like, I don't just just sit around with my wife just drinking fucking coffee, right? Like that's a really accurate description of how like interracial relationships like between service members like work. We make fun of each other, but that's built off of a rapport, though.
Yeah.
It's really like and it's just the truth. Like it's like if I know you and we've been through the mud together, bruh, all of the bullshit that we went through. I don't care if you're white, black, yellow, whatever. I'm like, and I know it's coming from a good place. That's different. But motherfucker, you don't know me. Okay, you don't know me in no way, shape, or form, right? You know what I'm saying? And man, I feel equally as much if it was a black person, they said that shit to me and I didn't know them. I'm like, bro, we're not fucking friends. Like, we're not cool. We ain't homies. They fuck out my face, bro. Like, it's about that familiarity. Like, it's a rapport. She doesn't have that rapport. So I don't know why the fuck in her head that she thinks that shit was like okay. And I'm not out here honestly, and this is not me like trying to like, call her racist and no shit like that or whatever, right? I really don't think that. I think she just had a dumbass fucking moment where she was feeling herself. And maybe it's a lot of niggas in her inbox, so she's thinking like, oh, I'm down with the black people, whatever. I really don't know. But sis, I'm here to tell you, like I said, if this shit do go viral, I'm gonna tell you right now, like that shit is not fucking cool. And I've had shit like that happen before. Even when I never forget, I was stationed overseas. I was in Italy. And it was this Italian chick. She was cool, whatever. But I know she always like to hang out with all black people. She said some shit, and I felt bad because my homegirl. And if you're watching this, Coco, that's my bad. I always got love for you though. But I stand by the shit though, because I don't know why y'all thought that shit was okay. She was Italian. I guess she used to fuck with like black dudes or whatever, right? And I just remember she just started like popping off. She's like, yeah, because like black people like they like black dudes to do like this, the black people do this, and black people do this, black people do this, black people do this. And I remember we was drinking, we was outside, we was chilling. I remember I told her ass to fuck off. I'm like, who the fuck are you talking? Like you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know shit about us. You don't know shit about me. You don't know shit about like who the fuck? I'm like, why? Just because you don't fucked a couple of niggas, like I saying you got a fat ass, and like all of a sudden it just makes you fuck like fuck niggas go through on a daily basis, yo. And I felt bad. My homegirl Coco, she was right there when I did it. So I spazzed to yo for real. I said, that's the fucking problem with, and I said it because a couple niggas around me. I said, that's the problem with niggas. When y'all be sitting there smashing these white bitches and some bitches or whatever too. I said, and y'all do that shit on a regular basis and they thinking they down for the cause or whatever. I'm like, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, yo. Like whatsoever. Like, I don't give a fuck how many niggas you done fucked or how many dicks you done sucked. Like, ain't got nothing to do with it. Like, I'm telling you right now, you come around my way with them, you start talking to them shit like that again, I'm really fuck you up, yo, for real. And I remember I dipped out. I ain't say shit. I ain't say a motherfucking word to her again. We ended up okay with her. She apologized and we was all right or whatever too. And I talked to my homegirl. I'm like, bro, I see you don't get down like that, yo. That shit was not cool. That shit was not cool.
And it's funny you said that, man. To add context to this video, a couple of months ago, I can't remember what was said, but like there was a video where she said something that was controversial, and one of the other guys that she works with was caping for her, like I think like on a live stream or something like that, right? And if you watch her videos, and this is some of the issues I have with the internet, and like when people get popular, they start to like worship them like their god, right?
Yeah, they do.
So let me give you an example, right? So if you look at her, I'll give her average to be nice, but I wouldn't even say she's average, right? But if you go in her comment section, what do you think dudes in there doing?
They blowing her ass up, man.
Simping hard. And part of it is because of the aura of like what she's built in the manosphere.
I don't care.
But it's not logical, it's not logically thinking. So like, and I think too, right? Like you remember Save the Last Dance?
Oh yeah.
One thing I hate about society today is like, again, Q in the movie was like, well, that wasn't actually in Moesha's name was Q. Whatever the fuck his name was in the day.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm about to say. It wasn't his name. Yeah. What was the nigga name? It was Fredro Starr.
Yeah, the rapper. Yeah, I don't know his rapper name. I can't remember. Yeah. Anyways, like he was very like always reacted to shit. He ain't take no disrespect. And I feel like in society nowadays we villainize that, but you need to not take disrespect. Because like if you think about this clip right here, right? Like the dude literally should be yelling across the screen like, "Don't do that!" Like, do not do that
like,
shit.
I would have been like, "Yo, chill out." I'm for real. Like that would have been like mine. Like I'm like, "Yo, chill out."
Cause you like now that she's done this, like y'all like you fuck with your money, in my opinion. Like now the producer, at least he's in the background, so he can people can call him a coon or whatever, and like y'all don't know what the fuck I even look like. But any other black person that comes on her show who's seen this, y'all can't come on there and like not take heat.
Oh yeah,
like, it's impossible.
Because if I came on her show, that's the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna address that situation.
Yeah.
And
I don't care if she apologizes or whatever, but you can't trust her no more. Like, that shit is done.
Honestly, like I said, maybe I just don't understand why you would do that, bro. Like, it was no need. And like you said before, she kept putting him in the conversation. Why am I even talking about him? It'd be different if it was him and then it was kind of like that. You keep putting this nigga in a conversation.
And I think part of the problem is like she's trying to transition her podcast from like manosphere talking points to like more global things. So like
you ain't doing a good job, sweetie.
So you notice how we're not giving Nick shit because we know what he about.
Yeah, everybody
I wouldn't give Ben Shapiro shit because I know what he about.
We know what he about.
The problem is she's transitioning and still has this luggage with her that doesn't make sense. You got to do a full rebrand. You can't go from I'm interviewing black women about black men and black. Again, she'll probably tell you it's not race specific, but everybody you interview is generally speaking black, right? And then bring on Nick and y'all talking about shit like that. You just absolutely cannot do that.
Nah, man.
You have to rebrand first. You have to slowly get out of that, and that way we forget about what your podcast used to be. Like one day you literally talking about hip hop shit or just urban culture, and then the next minute you're calling us, you're saying that we're fucking late.
Come on,
we
bro.
are late, but only we can say that we're late.
Yeah, for real. That's what I'm just like, it's just not a good look. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just like that's where it's kind of like goes into like just because you can't say something doesn't mean you should say something.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we need to start like kind of thinking in our minds first. It's like, all right, we'll just do I really need to say this right now? You know what I'm saying?
My goal was to go viral. That definitely happened. I mean, she's already banned on TikTok. I'm like,
I bet she is, yo. You know what I mean? So,
and you banned on TikTok, man. You said some crazy shit.
Yeah, for real.
Let anything go on TikTok.
Yeah, I don't even know, bro. This crazy, yeah. But yeah, man. Like I said before, we gotta do better, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, black people, white people, like, you know what I mean? Just as a whole, we just gotta do better because that shit was not cool. That shit was not cool.
Not cool, man. Like I said, I really hope, like, like I know something I need to work on, man. Like, as a black man, I got talents. I need to be reaching out to other black. Like, I'm not saying you can't work with other races, but
no, nobody's saying that.
You got somebody in your circle who has gone through some of the similar experiences with them. You should try to work with them because again, shit like that just won't be a problem. But like shit like that is just.
But here's one thing I will say though, and I feel bad for saying this, but I'm going to say this right now. I tend to have less issues with white men than white women, though. And the reason why I say that is because men inherently know, right, that there's always an inherent threat of physical violence.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're Latino, whatever. And that's where Chris Rock got himself fucked up. He forgot that, hey, I'm still a man and I can get my ass beat. Yeah. In that moment, he forgot that, hey, I can still get fucked up, comedian or not. Okay, so I feel like that's also where there's like a mutual like respect. And like I said before, it's just like there's rules to this shit. Like, and men know that there's rules. Like, there's certain things you just don't say to other men, right? And a lot of times women, they don't know that because they've never been knocked the fuck out for saying some stupid shit. And men know, like, we learned at a really early age, like, oh, I can't just say whatever the fuck I want to, because if I do this, somebody gonna knock me the fuck out. Women don't walk around with that fear. They really don't.
They don't. No, you're right though. It's like, think about this, right? Like white people know don't say the N-word.
Yeah.
But they also don't know, like they haven't visually probably seen why you don't say it. That's why sometimes you gotta remind people, and shit. Because again, she just like you said, like she doesn't have that inherent fear of fear. Like this is not there for her. Like she has no idea that, like, and again, and like and when she does that and no one says anything, it's just reinforcing her that, like, okay, I got control of the situation. I can code switch. I can comment in your community freely, and you ain't gonna say
no
shit.
repercussions. Yep, there we go. Exactly.
You won't do that shit on this channel. You won't do that shit on this channel.
I wish you would, man. Like, I'm like, girl, I'll ruin your ass. Yo, anybody worried about you? But yeah, man. Like I said, we can keep on coming with these reaction videos. Hopefully, I ain't got no more like these for a little bit too. My blood pressure high as shit right now. But yeah. So you got anything else before we take off, bro?
Nah, man, that was like I said, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy.
2 for 2. 2 for 2. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, just make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and this Common Sense, and we out, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.